Now we will start the new chapter today. Chapter number 4, quadratic equation. Before starting this chapter, we have to know what are quadratic equation. So the quadratic equation in the 9th class we studied about the quadratic polynomial. The polynomial having degree 2 is quadratic polynomial. Similar, the equations having degree 2 are called the quadratic equation. So general form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a cannot be 0, because as per the definition of the quadratic equation, the equation having degree 2 is quadratic. If the equation having a degree less than 2 or more than 2, it is not a quadratic. So see, if a is 0, then the equation becomes bx plus c, because this term is 0. So this having a degree 1, so this is not quadratic. That's why a cannot be 0. Clear? Now what is a, b and c here in this equation? A is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is constant. So we have to check the given equation are quadratic or not. So what we check? We have to check, first we check that if the given equation having a degree 2 or not. तो हम चेक करेंगे कि जो इक्वेशन दी हुई है उसकी डिग्री 2 है कि नहीं. If it has a degree 2, it is quadratic. If it do not have degree 2, it is not a quadratic. Suppose the equation is x square minus 2 equals to 0. If we have to check this is a quadratic equation or not. So we can write that this as x square plus 0x minus 2 equals to 0, because the standard form is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a cannot be 0. A cannot be 0, it means b and c can be 0. b और c 0 हो सकते हैं, लेकिन a 0 नहीं होगा. It means जो x square का कोएफिशिएंट होगा that cannot be 0. So we convert this, write this equation in the standard form. Now it is in the form of ax square plus bx c equals to 0. So it having a degree 2. So it is a quadratic equation. Clear? It is quadratic. The definition is important. We have to remember it. General form is this: a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is constant, where a cannot be 0. This is the important term. And b and c can be 0. Can be 0. हो भी सकते हैं और नहीं भी. Suppose some equations are given of that type. Suppose x plus 1 upon x equals to 0, and we have to check whether this equation is quadratic or not. First if such type of equation is given, first we simplify it, then we check if it have a degree 2, it is quadratic. If it do not have a degree 2, it is not a quadratic equation. So now let's check. We take the LCM x. Now this is x square plus 1 equals to 0. Now cross multiply x square plus 1 equals to 0. X into 0, 0. So we can write it x square plus 0x plus 1 equals to 0, because here there is no term of x, so we can write this 0x. So this is in the standard form and it having a degree 2, so it is a quadratic equation. So it is a quadratic equation. Now other type of equations are, suppose this equation is given x plus 1 upon x square equals to 0. Now we have to check whether it is a quadratic equation or not. Again we simplify it. Simplify it upon 1 taking the LCM x square. Now this is x cube plus 1 equals to 0. Now cross multiply. This is x cube plus 1 equals to 0. So clearly we see from the, now it is the simplest form, and clearly we see that the degree of this equation is how much? Degree of that equation is 3. So as per the definition, the equation having degree 2 only are the quadratic equation. So it have degree 3. So it is not a quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. Similarly, if the equations are given and we have to check whether the given equation is a quadratic or not, so we check, first simplify it and check with the standard, compare with the standard form. If it is in the standard form, it is quadratic, otherwise it is not. Clear? Now it having a degree 2. Now if we check the given equation is a quadratic or नॉट, हमने चेक कर लिया कि जो गिवन इक्वेशन है क्वाड्रेटिक है या नहीं है, तो हमें पता चल गया कि इक्वेशन क्वाड्रेटिक है या क्वाड्रेटिक नहीं है. इफ द गिवन इक्वेशन इज क्वाड्रेटिक, then we find the roots of the quadratic equation. Then what are the roots of the quadratic equation? Find out the roots. Now what are roots? Roots are the values that satisfy the equation. It means the value that satisfy the equation, given equation, are called the roots of the quadratic equation. यानी जो values क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करेंगे. सेटिस्फाई करने का मतलब है, इफ यू पुट द वैल्यू इन द क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन एंड इट्स लेफ्ट हैंड साइड इक्वल्स टू राइट हैंड साइड, देन वी कैन से द रूट्स, द गिवन वैल्यू इज द रूट ऑफ ए क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. सो क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन हैविंग अ डिग्री 2, सो इट हैव 2 रूट्स. नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियोस we will learn how we can find out the roots of the quadratic equation. So to find the roots of a quadratic equation, 3 methods are there. To find the roots of the quadratic equation, we have 3 ways, 3 methods. Number 1 methods to find the roots of quadratic equation, Now first method is factorization. Second method is completing the square. and third method is by quadratic formula. So before finding the roots, the equation having a two types of roots. One is the real and one is the imaginary, not real. Imaginary roots are called not real. It means real and imaginary. It means not real. We study in our 10th class only about the real roots. About imaginary roots, we will study in the class 11th. So first we check. In the next videos, I have told you how we can find the roots of the quadratic equation by these three methods. We make each separate video for each method. Thank you.